Hello, I'm Gil Zilkha. Welcome to my channel, Essential Classical Music, where we look at the best recordings of the classical music repertoire. This video is taken out of my larger video on solo vocal works. I hope you enjoy it. Now we come to Beethoven. Hi, Ludwig, and no offense to Ludwig. I hope I don't offend him when I say this, but we've done all the instrumental genres so far, and every single one, Beethoven is like this giant shadow over everyone. And finally, we come to solo vocal, and he's not quite the giant that he is in those other genres. I'm sorry, Ludwig. But it's really not his fault, because it really wasn't as developed a genre when he came to it. Like, for example, compared to symphonies or concertos or string quartets or even piano sonatas. In fact, he really sort of was the pioneer of the song cycle. His song cycle, An die Ferne geliebt, to the distant beloved, was really a new thing. And so, when you had the people following him like Schubert and Schumann and Brahms, they were really carrying on something that in essence he started. His song Adelaida, which sounds like Adelaide in English, which was an early composition which actually was fairly popular about idealistic love. But really it was this song cycle that he's defined by the An die Ferne geliebt, written towards the beginning of his final period. And it's a song about, or a song cycle about love that's just out of reach. And yes, there is it's been theorized that it was written with the immortal beloved in mind. That might have been the case. Now for this one, I recommend a tenor version, Peter Schreier, with Andras Schiff on piano, recorded in 1994. Excellent sound. And they bring wonderful perception, intelligence, and expression to these works. Schreier might have been a little bit past his prime, but he had such a strong depth to his sound. It was a light, beautiful tenor sound, but also very expressive with nice depth. So it was really well suited to Beethoven. You might recall Schreier was the soloist on one of the most famous Beethoven Ninth recordings, the one with Karajan from the 70s. So excellent version of this cycle. Another one I want to recommend is one from the early part of the century. This is from Gerhard Hösch, a giant of lieder singing in the early part of the 20th century, with Hans Udo Müller on piano, recorded in 1936. It's fairly clear. It's got some like that kind of crackles going on, but you get used to that. With vocal recordings, it's, in my opinion, it's a little easier with a solo vocal recording to tolerate the sound after a while. And Hösch just had this wonderful, warm, deep lyrical baritone sound. Very passionate musician, very expressive as well as nuanced, and he really digs into this cycle. Very expressive. So this is one I would not want to be without. And then before we leave Beethoven, I want to mention real quick this one. This is from Fritz Wunderlich, and it's just a few songs coupled with his famous Schumann Dichterliebe, recorded in the mid-60s with Hubert Giesen on piano. But the one I really wanted to highlight is the little song I mentioned earlier, Adelaida, that idealistic song. I think my cat did something. You good? Okay. Anyways, it's a song I mentioned earlier, Adelaida, which Wunderlich had this sweet, honeyed tone, which really goes well with the sort of idealistic youthfulness of Adelaida. So that's a version I wanted to highlight. Thanks for watching. I wish you all a great day and happy listening.